Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on behalf of St. Paul's School, Darjeeling, on behalf of the Rector and Mrs. Rector, the staff and students, it is my honor today to welcome in our midst very distinguished guests, heads of schools, teachers, and a few parents I see, and especially may I have the honor of welcoming our chief guest for today, who is very well known in Darjeeling, who needs little or no introduction whatsoever. Yet, as courtesy would have it, may I call upon the captain to please do the honors of felicitating our chief guest. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together. Thank you. Did his schooling from Mount Hermon and Calcutta Boys School. Graduated from St. Joseph's College. Went on to do his post-graduation from North Bengal University. He started teaching as an assistant professor at Loreto College in 1971 and retired as the vice principal in 2008. After retirement, Sir joined politics and was elected as the chairman of the Darjeeling municipality in 2011. In 2016, Sir was elected as the MLA of Darjeeling constituency to the West Bengal Legislative Assembly. Sir, over his tenure, has held many posts, some of which I have the privilege of reading out: Member of the Board of Administration, GTA, Chairman, Uttar Banga Unayan Parishad, Vice Chairman, Siliguri Jalpaiguri Development Authority. At present, Sir holds the following posts: Chairman, Rogi Kalyan Samiti, Darjeeling District Hospital, Member, Regional Transport Authority, President, Darjeeling Club Private Limited, Director, CICAC. As Sir says, he's retired from politics, and he did so in 2019. He is an absolute active member of the Rotary Club of Darjeeling. Sir Rai, we are extremely honored to have you here this evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And for what we are here, may I call upon Shubham Chowdhury to introduce to us the play for today, written, directed by our own staff, Mr. David John Cecil.
Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the St. Paul's School annual production entitled Murder at Gosington Hall, written and directed by Mr. David John Cecil. Inspired by the eternal works of Agatha Christie, we bring to you a comical yet mystery drama in 3 scenes. As the curtains open, now it's 1911, London, Bramston Manor, the home of Mrs. Mary Wentworth, the millionairess.
Oh man, what a beautiful collection. Just look at this. So wonderful.
Look, here are some of the best. The emeralds of Egypt. Here, the jade of China. The diamonds of Africa. All worth some million. And yes, these were given to me by the Maharaja of Jaipur when I visited India. Although I don't think his wife quite liked it.
I've heard that this Indian Maharaja has many wives. Is that true?
Oh, yes. He had 4 official wives and some 60 unofficial. As I said to him, his wives must have kept him very busy. Very, very busy.
Oh, nothing, madam. Is that where you met Mr. Sutton?
Oh, yes. I met him in India. He was a young officer then. So handsome, so dashing. I fell in love instantly.
Oh, yes. He is very, very, very handsome. And something dangerous about him, too.
Oh, yes. I hear he's quite the adventurer. He conquered me in an hour.
Good evening, madam. Good evening. Lady Dawkins has arrived.
Why, madam?
Oh, my sister is back to scold me again. It's very annoying to be the sister who has all the money and the handsome fiancé. It just makes everyone very jealous.
And is Lady Dawkins jealous, madam?
Absolutely. Have you seen her husband? He looks like a bald-headed butcher selling meat.
So who's selling me?
Oh, hi, sister.
Hi, Mary.
Oh, Sister Nancy loves some man I know.
Oh, yes. Madam says he's the dullest man in England.
Oh, do I know him?
Oh, you might. He's someone you know quite well.
Well, Mary, I heard that Edward Sutton has proposed to you. What are we going to do?
Do. I'm going to marry him. That's what I'm going to do. I expect the wedding to take place within a few days. I don't want to wait too long.
For God's sake, Mary, how can you marry that man? Just a few days ago, I caught him looking at your precious jewels.
Oh, Kathy, you just hate him, don't you? You have always been jealous of me. Because I'm sure you're that bald-headed butcher can't afford all these. These are just too expensive. So yeah, even when I married Roger with his huge fortune, you hated me. And now that I'm marrying a hot man, you hate me.
Don't be a fool, Mary. That man does not love you. He's only after your money. I have seen him. There's something dangerous about him. Think about your daughter. It's easy.
She'll actually be fine. I don't. Oh, hi, Daisy darling. Meet your aunt.
Hi, Daisy.
Daisy darling, my beautiful darling love. Look at mommy's pretty things. Don't you like them?
Your mommy's got so many sparkly things. And one day, all of them will be yours.
See, your sister. If he is marrying me for my money, then I am marrying him for his looks. Anyways, there are only two things the world cares for: money and beauty. I've got the money, and he provides me the beauty. A good combination, anyway. See my new jewel.
Oh, let me see.
This is a flamingo ruby ring. It is the largest Indian ruby in the entire world. I shall wear it for dinner tonight.
Oh, madam, it's beautiful.
Your madam is a fool. One day you will find her dead in her bed.
Good evening, madam. Good evening. Mr. Everett Sutton is waiting in the hall for you.
Ah, lovely.
What should I do with him?
Go, give him a cup of coffee, I say.
As you say, madam.
Carpenter,
Yes, madam.
I'll pour a tea from you.
No, madam.
Good night, Daisy darling. Mama is to go now.
Good night, Daisy.
Please take Bobby with you. Nancy, thank you. That's all for today.
Right, madam. Madam.
Oh, wonderful, darling Edward. Look, a handsome young god. rather than the bamboo tree you married, sister.
Bamboo tree? Think about your daughter. Gigi, what about her?
What about her? I get a husband. She gets a handsome father. And she will always be a Wentworth.
Dear Mary, be careful.
Dear sister, I'm going for a dinner with my fiancé, I say. Not finding tigers in Sahara.
In the year 1911, a terrible murder was committed at Branston Manor, the home of Mrs. Mary Wentworth. That night, she was brutally murdered and her jewels, worth millions of pounds, were stolen. Her young fiancé, Edward Sutton, was suspected, but there was no evidence. The police dropped the case. Now, 35 years later, secrets are going to be revealed. It is now the present day, 1946, at Gosington Hall, the home of Lord Benton.
Sunshine is there, morning is here, sunshine is here.
My God, you have the most beautiful jewel collection in London.
Of course,
Is it better than the Queen's?
better than the Queen's. A thousand times better than the Queen's, Freddie, my boy. I mean, look at this. This is necklace from Cleopatra. And this one, well, I have invention, and this is from Maharaja of Ratanpur. And look at this. This is from the King of France. King of France. Directly when they chopped off their head. I am a fond of jewels, you see.
And what about that?
Oh,
This ring, my lord.
oh, that one is a very, very special one. Very special one. Well, I am expecting my lawyer, Mr. Hastings, and Dr. Rollins on an important matter. There is something I received this morning again. A blackmail note. I mean, who does this fella think he's trying to blackmail Lord General Battle of England? I am the man for whom the British are in India. If I was not there, Gandhi and Nehru would have booted the British long ago from India. It is my idea, divide and rule. But anyway, I have made millions and millions pounds in the course of time, and I'm sure a Brits will be booted from India, so long live the rock. There in India's worm climb, I used to spend my time. Of all the blackened crew, the finest man I ever knew was my Vistiwala Gunga Dean. Gunga Dean. Oh, my Dean, Dean. Fred, will you please remove all my jewels? I am expecting some guests any moment.
Yes, my lord.
Thank you very much. And now let me check my mail. Have they arrived? Let me see. Thank you. So I have got a letter from Duchess of Richmond. Thank you very much. And one from Helen. I hope she is as beautiful as the Helen of Troy. And this one. Oh my God. This is a nonsense, I tell you. This is a nonsense. Again. Great. Will you please check that?
Yes, my lord.
And that's why birds do it.
Dr. Rollins and Captain Hastings, my lord.
All right, you may go now. Hello.
Hello, Jerry, my old friend.
Good morning, Ruby, my doctor. And Hastings, is everything with you?
Morning, Lord Benton.
Please have a seat. I have to send for you on an urgent and important matter. Please have a seat.
What, Jerry? Another girlfriend trouble? I must say, the last one was such a beauty.
Really?
And please don't tell me that you're getting married again.
Oh, no, nothing like that. Only the greed for gold and women have made me a Christian villain. I cannot help it. Look here, I am an expert on women. The secret is never make any promises that you cannot keep. A love should be like a picnic, short, sweet, and always somewhere a car ready nearby.
So, Lord Benton, what is all this about? Tell us.
I will tell you, gentlemen, my heart is not very well. Anyway, let's have some tea, should we?
So,
Freddie, will you get us some tea, please?
yes, my lord. Indian or Chinese?
Oh, Darjeeling!
First flush or the second, my lord?
Ah, serve me moonlit muscatel. My heart sings when I drink that tea. It reminds me of a very beautiful woman in India. Long ago, Hastings, when I was a junior officer.
What happened, Jerry?
Nothing happened. In the moonlight, we danced, and then the sunlight came. And you know I cannot tolerate sun because I am like a vampire. You need a silver soul to kill me. I am like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Jekyll was a great friend of mine. Anyway, moonlight muscatel. The beauty of this tea is when you sip the tree, it whispers in your ears the name of your beloved one. So sip it and check. What does it whisper?
In Spain, the best.
Oh, it's fantastic, Jerry.
Really?
Yes,
You
Lord
like
Benton.
it?
Quite amazing.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Lovely. Now, seriously, this is what I received this morning. Another blackmail letter. And a very nasty one. Look at it. Look at it.
So, Lord G.V., tell us about this blackmail letter. It sounds quite serious. You should go to the police or tell someone to look into this at least. From the same person.
Oh, yes, from the same person. Somebody called Anderson. Who is this bloody Anderson? Hastings, not to the police. I shall not go to the police. The police, they are as good as hitting a nail with a glass hammer. So I have decided to call one Mr. Enderby, London's famous detective, and Mr. Jenkins, the former chief of London police.
You want to see it yourself, Lord Betten. In fact, your going to heaven is as good as Hitler looking like Mary had a little lamb. Has many enemies. It could be any one of them.
Or he has had a lot of girlfriends. So it could be any one of those girlfriends. You know what they say? No fury like a woman's gone Jerry. So, whose heart have you broken recently, my lover boy?
Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was as white as snow. It reminds me, Hastings. It reminds me long, long time ago in India. But I shall not go further because I am afraid to think about my past. Old sin, old mystery.
Macbeth, is it?
Yes.
So, Lord Deavy, tell us, what about it?
Oh, it is nothing more like a masterful. Gentlemen, I have got another meeting. I have to be ready for that. So, goodbye to both of you. I shall keep you informed. But remember one thing. Everything should be very hush.
Yes, my lord.
Very hush.
Hush, hush.
Don't worry, Jerry. It'll be hush hush. Goodbye, take care, and I hope to meet you soon.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye, Lord Betten.
Bye-bye.
Do it.
As I said, don't do as I do, or you'll be in and there is two. Do as I do, don't do as I say, or you'll be in and there is two. Oh, let me check some of my mail. Here is a letter, once again, from Margaret Thatcher. Dear Catchy, what she writes, she invites me to the House of Lords. Oh, thank you very much. Will you please bring this cups and saucers, please? And I have been invited. Here is another letter from Queen. And she also wants me in Windsor Castle for a Christmas Eve. Thank you very much. I'm not sure about this. I don't know why all the ladies always write letters to me. And there is Duke of Windsor, my good friend. Maybe I shall call this fella on summer. I'll invite him to my private ship. God save our gracious Queen. God save our noble Queen. God save our Queen. God save our noble Queen. You rang me, Lord? Captain, I like you. Yes, I'm expecting Mr. Avery and Jenkins.
The famous detective.
Yes. Famous. Famous. Infamous. At times notorious. I have got a word for him.
But very successful, they say. He is better than the London police.
Ha! Police! You believe everything the police do these days? Do you know what they call the London police? People wearing buckets on their heads. And that is why they are called bobbies. I am also expecting one Mr. Jenkins, the former chief of London police.
that's why birds do it, bees do it, even if.
Mr. Jenkins, my lord.
Oh, Jenkins, my old fella. Welcome, welcome. Please, I must say, always punctual, I must say.
Of course, my lord.
Who shall start when another friend with that and Davy arrives here?
So, tell us, Lord Veteran, what's all this about? What's going on? I hope it's not some girlfriend trouble of yours again. Seeing that you have so many, I think you should just write a book on your many love affairs. Also, tell me, is it true that the Countess of Bluffington, who was your latest victim, her husband goes around telling all of London he wants to fight a duel with you?
Really? Oh, Fluffington. You see, Flappy, a Rolly, Polly, Dolly, so many ladies, husbands, they want to kill me, but their wives, they want to love me. Anyway, now to business. You see, I tell you everything. It is this blackmail here.
Got another one, my lord.
Yes.
And when did this one arrive? I suspect that is a rotten egg, and you should take this seriously, Lord Veteran.
Ready, my boy. Will you please check out?
Yes, my lord.
And that's why birds do it, bees do it.
Mr. Enderby, my lord.
Oh, Anthony!
Morning,
Ah,
old
Clark.
Morning.
Good morning, finally. So, what sort of school did you go to? Did they not teach you punctuality?
Oh, my lord, I went to Eton.
Really?
They taught us that lateness was next to godliness.
And what else did they teach you? Laziness, stupidity, and how to work, hands skipping backwards, closing eyes. Didn't you hear a wonderful saying? Our every bird catches the worm.
Yes, my lord. I heard you went to Harrow.
Oh, of course.
Oh, you must have caught many worms there, my lord. I never liked worms. Only women.
Really?
Especially naughty women. And I've caught many of them doing many naughty things, my lord.
Oh, we are in the same boat, brother.
That's right.
Now, you see, this is what I have received this morning. Out of that name, a letter. I want you to do something. Elderly, please meet Jenkins, the ex-head of the
Nice to meet you,
London
Jenkins.
Pleasure to meet you too, sir. I've heard of you, of course. The most famous private detective in all of London. Wasn't it you that solved the case for the Prince of Wales last year?
Yes and no. State secrets. I will only say this. There was a naughty, naughty boy who was chasing a lady. There was a photograph of the naughty boy doing naughty things and blackmail.
Ha! Of course. Your expertise, is it not? Blackmail?
Some would say that, others might not.
How does it matter, man? Whether it is a black male or a black female.
A blackmailer is a man who tries the art of taking your money or convincing you.
Here it is, the second one. This blackmailer has no flaws, I say. Look at the paper. It is so cheap. Asking money, £20,000 from Lord General Benton. Very cheap indeed. Blackmailers have no class these days. Mr. Jenkins, I feel like I'll be blackmailed by a country mouse.
My lord, a country mouse. Oh, that's important. The blackmail note. When did it arrive?
It arrived this morning. That is why I had to call both of you. Please do something, gentlemen. Please do something.
I was expecting a second, my lord.
Oh, really?
A truly sincere blackmailer always sends two, or even three.
Why? What for? Tell us. Aren't you the expert, Mr. Enderby?
Oh, the first one is like the first love letter. It tells the lover that he wants something. The second is the proposal. There is often a third, which is the wedding. It binds both parties together and someone loses a lot of money voluntarily.
Is there a fourth part, Mr. Enderby?
Oh, yes, both parts. Of course. I think it is divorce. That is what I want. Divorce from all this nonsense that is going on around the Gosington Hall.
Jenkins, Lord Benton received the first blackmail note 2 weeks ago.
Let us see. You have not answered any of my phone calls. You have disobeyed my command. If you do not meet me alone in the tree room of St. James's Park, alone, and hand over the money, £20,000, I will make sure you are ruined forever. Signed, Anderson. Was there a phone call with this?
Oh, no. There is no phone in Gosington Hall today. I hate these people. So I did not get any phone in my Gosington Hall.
Lord Benton sent for me a week ago to sort it out for him.
Right.
So here I am. I have done a good deal of investigating, and I knew at once there would be another. Read it, my lord.
Should I? Well, if you insist. It says, you have not answered any of my phone calls. You have disobeyed my command. I have to obey this blackmailer's command. If you do not meet me in St. James Park tea room with £20,000, I will ruin your life and your reputation will be totally destroyed. Signed, Anderson. Who is this bloody Anderson? Who is this bloody Anderson?
My lord, this is far too serious. I think you should let the police handle this case.
You also say police handle the case. Think about my reputation, Jenkins. Think about what BBC London will say next morning. Think about my public image. No. It has to be very hush-hush, Anthony. Very hush-hush.
I have a plan. I have been doing my investigating, and now I need some help to bring things to a close. Jenkins, I need you to help me. My lord, this is what I want you to do.
Aha! The man with the plan. And what is the plan, NDB? What is the grand plan?
It's very simple. You need to give a dinner party tomorrow.
Aha! A dinner party tomorrow. Are you mad? You're asking me to give a dinner party to my blackmailer, serve him world's finest escort, a chicken sizzler, and also bent down on my knees and say, "Dear my friend, get Are you mad?"
That's exactly what I want you to do. It might be madness, but there's a method in it.
Really?
Sure. It's a list of people I want you to invite.
Oh.
Of course, Mr. Jenkins, you must be there. A former police chief. We will definitely need your help.
No, Mr. Enderby. This sounds way too dangerous. Have you even thought of this plan?
Oh, look at this. When you two are there will be nobody, no funny tricks, I'm sure. What madness is this? You're asking me to invite my blackmailer for a dinner, then you'll be asking to invite him for tea, and next thing you'll be asking me to offer lunch for the nasties. What madness! Oh, sweet Moses, please save me. Please save me.
Send the invitations immediately. The 3rd of October, 1946. No one can ever refuse an invitation to Gosington Hall from Lord Benton himself. It's like receiving an invitation from the Duke of Windsor, they say. It's like receiving an invitation from God.
Oh, God! Duke of Windsor, I like that. But the food, the scotch, and the women are far better here. I'm sure you are inviting some pretty woman tomorrow, my dear.
Well, of course, my lord. Women can be blackmailers as well.
Oh, I don't mind to give 20,000 fine to a beautiful woman blackmailer, you see. I have spent 1 million for my last 2 divorces and lost 3 girlfriends.
Oh, I heard that you got a car for your last girlfriend, Lady Fluffington.
Really?
She was looking for her fourth husband, was she not? And I heard you got her a Rolls Royce. A very lucky girl indeed.
Oh, no, no, no. Not the lucky girl. Lucky me, lucky me. Because she was wanting this wedding ring. So I bought her a Rolls Royce to throw out from my Gosington home, from my life, and to get back to her wretched old husband. I am not so easy to be tricked, Jenkins.
I can see, my lord. It reminds me of a song.
Let's sing it.
It goes something like, Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match.
Find me a find, catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look to your book and find me a perfect match.
Of course, my
Oh,
lord.
I know that is from a fiddler on the roof.
Don't worry, Jenkins, old boy. Lord Breton has the best matchmaker any man could have.
What's that resembling?
A 10 million pound matchmaker. And she's called Mrs. Bank Balance.
Really? Yes, my lord. Ready, my boy. Will you get some champagne and few glasses? So, gentlemen,
The world that
let us have a toast for Enderby's plan tomorrow and for the future success of tomorrow's evening, led by Mr. Jenkins. Thank you very much. Our name was Lola. She was a showgirl with a yellow ribbon in her hair. She was from Copacabana. She was from Copacabana.
even if
All right, gentlemen. To the plan and to the man of the plan.
The plan.
Share.
Anyways, good day, my lord.
Thank you very much for coming.
Good day to you, my lord.
Good day.
I'm sure everything will go smoothly tomorrow. Are you sure? You can count on that. I will do my part.
Here is also what I wanted to say when everyone is gathered.
I will do that.
All right then, my lord.
All right. Bye-bye. I'll invite all the people. Thank you.
and
Bye-bye.
that's why birds do it, bees do it, even educated fleas do it.
Ready?
Yes, my lord.
My boy, I want you to organize a grand party tomorrow in my Gosington hall.
My pleasure, my lord.
It has to be the best, you see. Even the Duke of Windsor should be jealous about our Gosington party.
Absolutely, my lord.
Blackmailer, blackmailer, what do you want?
Spice of the chicken,
Or a slice of the pie?
and a piece of the pudding.
Or a squeeze of the lime? Blackmailer, blackmailer, what do you want? Blackmailer, blackmailer. Wouldn't sleep, I wouldn't sleep. I love him, I told Yes, my lord. Everything is ready. Absolutely. I want this party should be the best here in Gosington. We serve everything away. Is your champagne ready?
Yes, my lord.
Okay, we want to do it way that all the Jews should be very jealous about us. You have the list to announce for tonight?
Yes, my lord. Here they are. For this a special occasion. Your birthday is in September, my lord.
That secret, my boy. That is a secret.
About one of the guests tonight.
Maybe, may not be. Now, light all the chandeliers and all the candles. It should be very bright and it should be looking very all right.
Absolutely, my lord.
I hope Anthony has invited some beautiful woman. I'm in the mood to dance and flot around tonight. And who knows? Who knows, Freddy? I'll get a girlfriend and even for one for you. A girl for me and a girl for you. And maybe one, and maybe two. A girl for me, a girl for you. And maybe one, and maybe two. Right? I think it's covered right. Check that.
Mr. Enderby and Mr. Jenkins.
Oh, welcome, Enderby.
Good evening, Lord Benton.
Good evening. Welcome, Mr. Jenkins. So, dear Enderby, what do you think? Grand. Is it not? Grand.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Simply wonderful, my lord. Cannot such not do.
Oh, Lord Benton, with your connections, you can just have the king's jewels delivered to you.
Ha! King's jewels. Why do I want all those ugly little things from King Henry the VIII? You see, only last week I bought a necklace that belonged to Cleopatra.
My lord, do you remember the speech you have to give when dinner begins?
Yes, the speech. I have learned that with great pain last night. And you will see my performance will be the best and to be the best.
Softly, my lord. You don't want to give away any plans yet.
Oh, yes.
What plans, Mr. Enderby? Something I should know. What have you got plotting? What do you have up your sleeve this time?
Hush plans, Jenkins. Hush plans. Very good. Check that.
Yes, my lord. Dr. Rollins and Captain Hastings, my lord.
Oh, welcome, Rolly.
How are you, Jerry?
Fine. Thank you very much for coming. Welcome, Bossy. Welcome. Please come and play. But before that, let me introduce to two of my important people. One is Miss Jenkins, the former Chief of London Police. And here is Mr. Enderby, a private detective. Please have a seat, gentlemen. Please be comfortable.
So, I see. This is London's famous detective and police chief of London, who I'm sure will not be even able to catch thief, even if it fell right on him.
I beg your pardon. How dare you say such things?
I only did think it.
Oh, please. The London police do their best. I object to your unnecessary criticism.
Ah, Mr. Jenkins. Lord Benton, where is that wonderful champagne of yours?
Oh, all of there, just a moment.
Gosington Hall looks beautiful tonight.
Thank you very much.
Dear Jenkins, my boy, don't take it too personally. It is rather true that the criminals are smarter than the police.
Dr. Rhodes, if you're even half as smart as you look, you would know that is absolutely untrue.
My dear Enderby, I've heard you're quite a celebrity. Last year, that case with the Prince of Wales, a man with great talents. Now I hear the Prime Minister consults you on matters of national importance.
Oh, that it does, that it does.
Soon, you might be in charge of Scotland Yard.
I always try to help all of my clients. And if you have lost your wife, or even your dog, you can always apply to me. I have never lost a case. But of course, all this has a price. Money, money, money.
Sweeter than honey.
Well said, Anthony. Well said. I've heard that you are pretty exclusive and quite expensive. Must be a good profit being London's greatest movie market. So, Anthony, blackmail was it? That's what we heard. Tell us about it.
Oh, sir, I cannot say. Hush, hush.
I've heard your specialty is blackmail.
And finding lost doors of rich women, I suppose.
Lost husbands, lost wives, lost dogs. Everything is ended. A specialty, my dear. Everything is a specialty.
So, Jerry, what have you lost? Wife or a dog? Or one of those precious jewels of yours?
Wait and see, my friend. Wait and see. Not a wife, because I am not married. You see, my friend, no matter how bored you get in your life, never get married. And no, not a job, but something very delightfully suspicious.
How mysterious. And what's the reason for this party, Jerry? Scandal, champagne, music. What an engagement party, Jerry. Quite as over.
Thank you.
Yes, a sudden party, a former police chief, and a famous detective. Something is happening.
You will come to know,
mysterious
Fred.
is happening.
Will you please check?
Yes, my lord.
Mr. and Mrs. Armstrong,
Ah, Mr. and Mrs. Armstrong. Welcome, welcome, Mrs. Armstrong. Welcome to my Gosington Hall. So what a wonderful moment you could make to my party tonight. I am so happy. I know everything about you. You are quite a famous address designer. Maybe you are dressing in London, Debbie. And also, I believe that the Queen wears one of your finest sleeping gowns. So, and what do you do, Mr. Armstrong?
Oh, I do many things.
Really?
This and that.
My darling husband does everything. He drinks.
Okay.
He gambles.
Very
And he
nice.
wastes my money.
Hold on.
I am Portia, who married for sons. You remember your Shakespeare, my lord?
Oh, I'm a great
Well,
fan
this-
of Shakespeare.
This person is Bassanio.
Really?
20 years later, and Portia is ready to throw him out of Belmont. I am told we have the greatest collection of wine.
Oh.
You must show me.
I do, madam. I have some great collection on books, music, art, sculpture, and something else.
Oh, tell me what else. I heard of your beautiful jewelry.
I mean, I collect something else. My bellissimo. Oh, mamma mia, including just like one like you.
Oh, my lord, I'm not Lady Fluffington.
You're so much better.
Lady, come and sit down with me. So glad you invited me to Gosington Hall. I've been dying to see this place. An invitation from you is like being
invited to Buckingham Palace itself.
You are right, madam. Buckingham Palace. Only the food, the scotch, and the women are much better here, including one standing right in front of me.
There's no doubt about that. My lord, if you flirt so outrageously, I will have to divorce my husband.
Oh, really?
Davy, come and sit down with me. That's all.
You see, madam, the first marriage maybe is only for a little love, but the second and the third, fourth, fifth, they're all for money. And I have pots and pots of money.
And you must tell me what the 7, 8, and 9s are for.
Oh, naughty woman, clever woman. I am afraid I have to whisper that into your ears. I mean, spiritual pleasure, Ready? Please get a drink for the ladies and gentlemen.
Give me a drink, Freddie.
Here, madam.
Give me a real drink. Whiskey, straight.
Ready?
Madam wants.
Please serve properly.
If she was not that beautiful, I would have wrung her neck.
No, I would have And what do you two? Are you also famous detectives?
Oh, no. I'm Dr. Rosie. A very rich doctor. But you can call me Rosie. If you ever get a fever or a headache, or you finally decide to leave your pathetic husband, just give me a call.
I'm Hastings. I am a rich lawyer. If you ever need a good divorce lawyer, you know where you can find me.
Any funny nonsense? I'll punch you both in the face, rascals. Davy, come and sit down with me.
My husband is always scolding me. Maybe it's time for a new husband. Anyway,
Oh, marry me. I'm rich.
No, marry me. I'm richer.
But don't slip me, madam. I am the richest. I am the richest in entire England.
Actually, you're into the wedding party.
Ready?
Yes, my lord. Thou must have the right.
Now sit down.
Sir Anthony and Lady Dawkins, my lord.
Oh, get them in. Hello, welcome, Mr. and Mrs. Dawkins. What great pleasure, madam. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce the last guest tonight, Mr. and Mrs. Anthony Dawkins. Mr. Dawkins is a banker in London and also the treasurer for our Highness the Queen, Anthony, Dr. Romaine, Mr. Armstrong.
Mrs. Armstrong, I've seen you in the magazine. You're supposedly a famous fashion designer, dressmaker, aren't you? How penetrating of you to know that. What else do you think you know? You can stitch a dress for me. After all, that's what tailors do for you. What about a nightgown? I am sorry, but I don't think you can afford my prices. I'm very, very expensive. Expensive? Do you know who my husband is? He's the director of the Bank of London. Just last night, we had dinner with the dear Mrs. Dustin. The name is Lady Dawkins. There, my husband, Sir Anthony Frank Dawkins, the director of the Bank of London. Yes. Mrs. Duncan, as I said, running a bank and owning a bank is a big difference. It's like a taxi pretending to be a Bentley. This is why I hate the working classes. They are rude, crude, and overpriced, just like your dresses. Lower my dignity.
What a stupid woman. She would not know the price of a bottle of jam, let alone running a business.
What, madam? Are you calling my wife stupid? What? He seems like a Johnny Joker who cannot control his wife.
How dare you? Go fool like an old
Oh
fool!
my God, oh my God. Don't you fight in my Gosington hall, madam, and spoil my party. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Freddy, please fill the glasses once again, for a second time. Please for you now. Please have a seat. Please do not cry tonight. What about this side? Please.
What a horrible woman. Another Chucky Mary. Your cause.
Yes, you're right. A very beautiful woman.
Thank you, Mr. Henry. Everyone knows you spend more time pleasing other men's wives rather than your own. So tell me, is Mrs. Enderby alone at home?
I'm unmarried.
And quite available. I might be available too. Come
Ladies and gentlemen, please fill your glasses and take your seats. Tonight, before the dinner, I would like to say something very important. Something very important. Here is the smell of the flower, which even perfume of Arabia cannot sweeten this small little hand of mine. Oh, oh, oh.
You remember, my lord?
Oh, yes, I remember indeed. I remember. But, what's the hurry? So, it is the showtime. What? Ladies and gentlemen, let's have some fun and merry time.
Is there going to be a show?
Oh, of course.
A dance?
Yes, of course.
A musical?
Why not?
A cabaret?
Of course.
Oh, exciting, was
Thank you very much.
I thought I was the show.
Shut up, Daisy!
Lola, she was a showgirl. Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl. She was from Gopa. Gopa Campana. Gopa Campana.
Let's fall in love.
Gentlemen, let's be seated. I'm sure everyone's glasses filled. Great. Fill the glasses once again.
Me first.
What about you all? Are you all right? Are you all right? Yes. Are you enjoying it?
Surely not better.
Look! She drinks like a fish.
I drink anything except water. All right. Here's some water, madam.
Ladies and gentlemen, you all must be surprised as to why I have called you all in my Gosington hall for a sudden one. There is a very special reason for it. There is the old saying, all things have long shadows. There are people sitting here whom I know for last 30, 40 years. My Dr. Rowley, my solicitor, Mr. Barty, Mr. Jenkins. There are people sitting here with whom I met only in this evening, including the pretty lady. Welcome once again. Oh, Mamma Mia. But apart from that, there is somebody. There is somebody who is sending me blackmail letters, wanting money, threatening me for murder.
Do you have them, my lord?
Yes, Anthony, I have them all here. I have them all. Ladies and gentlemen, one of you, it is one of you playing a very dirty game with Lord Gerald Betten. How dare you? But I must tell you, no sooner. Practically tonight, I am going to unmask that villain.
What nonsense is this? I'm leaving at once. Daisy, let's go.
Shut up, Billy. How exciting. Positively delicious. A blackmailer.
Yes, disgraceful, disgraceful.
How lovely.
It might be me.
Do you know who it is?
Oh, my senorita, I know everything. I intend to reveal the secret of my blackmailer very soon, tonight. But for now, stars, hide your light. Even light cannot see the black and deepest desire of mine.
Relax, Lord Betten. A glass of champagne for you.
Yeah, that is what we call good old friend.
The hand of our host should not
Thank you very much.
Here, Jerry, let me do the honors instead.
Oh,
I'm your oldest friend after all, here.
oh, thank you very much. Why not? Why not both marry on? Both marry on. My love is low. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us take the glasses and hope everybody's glass is full. Senoritas and senors, let us raise our glasses. Ladies and gentlemen, no make the way. No make the peace. Oh! I am so sorry for my interruption. I have a very important thing to say. But what's the hurry? Oh, sweet mother of all that is gold and pure. So let me quench my thirst and farewell, farewell, good friends.
My lord, what is happening? Anyone please move us? Jerry! Jerry! I thought I would believe this. I simply don't believe this. Ladies and gentlemen, Lord Jimmy, he's no more. What? Lord Jimmy, he's dead.
Mr. Enderby, as the former chief, I think we should call the police.
I have. They will be here. But as Lord Betten asked me to handle the case, I will be investigating. I have asked Inspector Stubb to wait for my signal. Jenkins, naturally, you will assist me.
Of course, we must get to the truth of this.
We will, Jenkins. Lord Betten did not die of natural causes. He was poisoned.
Poison? How do you know this?
See here. This is the glass that Lord Benton gave me. Can you see the residue here?
See? Well, there does appear to be some residue.
Yes. It is the residue of cyanide.
Cyanide?
Yes, but I want confirmation. Lord Benton was poisoned in this very room in front of all of us.
Mr. Enderby, wouldn't that mean anyone sitting at the table could be the killer?
Yes, anyone could be the killer. But this person is a daring person, took a big risk.
And who do you suspect?
Everyone is a suspect. We will adopt the method classique. We will eliminate the suspects one by one.
And who goes first?
First, I want confirmation on this glass. Call in Dr. Rollins. We will bring them in one by one, and I will watch them. The first one to lie.
What is this, Anthony? What is happening here? When will the police be arriving?
Soon. But first, Lord Benton had asked me to handle the case. I need you to cooperate, Doctor. Can you tell me the residue in this glass?
I suppose that this is potassium cyanide, Anthony.
Yes. I knew it. Cyanide. How much cyanide do you need to kill a man, Doctor?
A few milligrams, maybe, and he would have died instantly. But we will only know the details when the postmortem is done.
The London police will be doing that.
First, we must catch the killer. Someone sitting next to Lord Benton had the opportunity to put the cyanide into his glass.
A very daring act indeed.
Yes, good God. Anyone could have. I could have.
And did you doctor?
Of course not, Jenkins. We doctors only kill our patients accidentally. And certainly not with cyanide.
Then what about that butler and the servants?
Fred? Fred would never even think of killing Lord GB. If they wanted, they could have done it a long time ago. And they were way too loyal anyways. And what would they get out of it, except unemployment?
True. They are eliminated. For a simple reason. If any of them wanted to poison him, they could have done it at any time. I have traced all their movements. None went near a chemist shop this whole week.
You have been busy, Mr. Enderby. And who else have you followed?
Why, Jenkins, are you worried? I had to be here. Might have followed you and found out something.
Cheeky, Dr. Rollins. You're very cheeky.
Call him Hastings.
Captain Hastings, Captain Hastings, can you come with me?
Hastings, I'm informing you, as the lawyer of Lord Benton, that Lord Benton was killed. He was poisoned with cyanide, perhaps, by the same person who was blackmailing.
You mean Lord Benton invited to dinner someone who was blackmailing him?
That's right.
But why?
To find out the truth.
And now the truth will never be found out. Because Jerry has taken his secrets to the grave with him.
No, Dr. Rollins. The murder proves that the blackmailer and the killer are the same person.
Not necessarily. They could be two different people.
There are many possibilities. We must question the guests. Now.
Am I a suspect, Enderby?
Yes.
And what about me?
Of course, Dr. Rollins.
I was Lord Benton's lawyer for more than 20 years.
Then you knew all the secrets, and you could easily blackmail him.
And you're a Dr. Rollins. You would know what poison to use.
What are you even talking about, Jenkins? Why? Why would I kill a man who has a friend for over 2 decades?
That is what we must find out.
We must agree.
As Lord Benton said before he died, old sins have long shadows.
So let us see what shadows there are.
Yes, sir?
Right. Call in the other guests.
Right away, sir.
What is going on here? Someone tell us, or we want to leave.
Yes, we want to leave.
You cannot force us.
And they are not letting us go because.
Yes. Nobody can leave until I give permission. Sit down, everyone. to tell you that Lord Benton died, but not of natural causes. He has been poisoned.
That is right. Poison with cyanide.
And as a doctor, I've confirmed that.
What? What how?
Are you saying that one of us put the cyanide into his glass? Not me, not my husband.
Let me check my handbag. Do I have any bottles of cyanide?
Oh, not cyanide, but delicious.
Shut up,
bread.
Daisy! This is serious!
Oh, shut up, Billy. Unless you have something to hide, do you, Billy boy? Anyone who has secrets had better be careful.
Mrs. Armstrong, unfortunately for you, your husband is quite right. This is a very serious matter.
My husband has never been right. No husband ever is. Ask anyone. My husband has always been right for me. That's because you did not marry a man, but a poodle. And this is Lady Dawkins, not some lady weak in the leg. Yes, Mrs. Duncan. Can I have a drink, Freddie? A drinky for me. I'm thirsty.
No, Fred, don't drink yet. Till Madam has answered some questions.
We want to go.
Yes, you want to go? I wish to call my lawyer.
Do you know who our lawyer is? He's Lord Cecil, the Lord Solicitor of England.
No doubt. But no, you cannot leave. The police inspector outside will not allow anyone to leave.
Mr. Enderby is right. So I suggest the two of you just sit up.
I am a lawyer. I was Lord Genie's lawyer, and I'm the Queen's counselor. All the proceedings here are perfectly legal.
Sir Anthony Frank Dawkins, let me begin with you.
Why not me?
In a moment, madam.
No. Don't call me madam. I am not your mother. And I'm too pretty to be your wife.
Sir Anthony Frank Dawkins, how long did you know Lord Benton?
I did not know him at all. Only professionally in banking circles.
Lady Dawkins, what about you?
No, I did not know him at all.
Are you sure, madam?
Of course I'm sure.
Sir Anthony Frank Dawkins, did you know Mrs. Mary Wentworth?
Yes, Mr. Enderby, a long time ago. A very long time ago.
Wait, how are these things connected?
I will ask the questions, and you will give honest answers.
Are you calling us dishonest? How dare you?
Sir Anthony Frank Dawkins, did you know Mary Wentworth?
Yes, I did know Mrs. Wentworth. She was an important customer at my bank.
35 years ago, Mary Wentworth was brutally murdered, and her jewels were stolen. Millions of pounds worth.
Ah, yes, I remember. It was tragic.
If God is good, there will be justice.
But the murderer was never caught.
No, never.
In fact, Lady Dawkins, is it not true that you are Mary Wentworth's only sister, and that you, Sir Anthony Frank Dawkins, are her brother-in-law?
Yes.
Did you know a man named Edward Sutton?
Yes.
And who was he?
He was the man Mary was going to marry. An evil man, I told her. I never approved of him. He was only after Mary's money. A handsome man, but a gold digger. I told my sister not to marry him. Had she listened to me, she would have been alive today.
Is it not true that Edward Sutton was suspected of the crime? To have been the man who murdered Mary Wentworth and stolen her jewels?
Yes. Sutton was the prime suspect, but there was no proof against him, or the police could not find any. Anyway, they let him go.
Sadly, that man got away. With all of it, that evil man. He should burn in hell, that evil devil.
And that is why you came to Gosington Hall this evening for dinner. To send the man you suspected of killing your sister to hell. You poisoned Lord G.B. Lady Dawkins. You wanted revenge.
I would have murdered him on this very floor here. Like Lady Macbeth, I have removed from myself all pity and forgiveness. I would empty myself of all my womanly qualities. And yes, Miss Enderby, if I could, I would take a knife to his heart and tear him out.
No, Mr. Enderby, we do not.
you send these blackmailers in?
No! We did not. We do not want judgment. We want justice. That devil! That devil!
Fred, get Lady Dawkins to drink. Or brandy.
What about my drinking, Freddy? I'm thirsty.
Here, madam.
I told you this case. Idiot!
Sorry, madam.
Here, darling. Whiskey. And another. One more.
Mrs. Armstrong, that's enough.
Mr. Armstrong.
Did you know Lord G?
Oh, we had no dealing with him. Only from a distance. From a distance, of course. We heard about his lovely art and jewel collection.
That is true. Lord Benton did have one of the greatest art collections.
Mr. Armstrong, did you ever meet a Mrs. Mary Wentworth?
No, I've never met her.
Did you, Mrs. Armstrong?
I read in the papers what had happened. A horrible thing. I was 10 years old at the time, Mr. Endy.
Yes, you were 10. But, Mrs. Armstrong, is it not true that you are Mary Wentworth's only daughter, Daisy Wentworth? Don't deny it. Here, it's your birth certificate. Lady Dawkins is your aunt who brought you after your mother was killed.
But then,
Daisy.
oh, Auntie!
Darling Daisy.
It's all over. It's all over, Auntie.
Darling Daisy. How horrible all this is. But anyways, the good thing is that Sutton is dead. That man can do nothing more to us. Be strong, my dear. The end is near.
Yes, it's justice. Divine justice. Sutton is dead.
Did you know Edward Sutton, Mrs. Armstrong?
No, she did not. She was too young to know about the tragic business.
But she did know that Edward Sutton was Lord Benton. Because you told her, didn't you, Lady Dawkins?
Yes, I did tell her.
And together, you decided to take your revenge. Sorry. Justice. Divine justice. You poisoned Lord Benton, Edward Sutton with cyanide.
No,
we did not. I would have loved to kill him. I will kiss the hand of his killer, the giver of divine justice.
I was 10 years old, Mr. Enderby, when my mother was killed. My mother was stolen from me. And after that, my aunt and my uncle, they brought me up. Every time I read an article about the great Lord G.B., I wanted him dead. I wanted him dead. Yes. I gave
Be quiet, Daisy. That's good enough. Mr. Enderby, wife has had a very tiring evening. Many ghosts of the past. The brutal killing of a mother has been hard for her. So please stop your questioning at once.
Right.
What now, Mr. Enderby? If neither Mrs. Armstrong nor Lady Dawkins blackmailed Edward Sutton or Lord Benton, they could not have poisoned and killed him. So, tell us, Mr. Enderby, who is the killer?
Well, Jenkins, you see, now that applies to Mr. Armstrong and Sir Anthony Frank Dawkins. They blackmailed Lord Jimmy, Enderby.
So they could not have wanted him dead. They all wanted him dead. But yes, they are not the blackmailers.
That evil man got what he deserved. No court in London would say differently. We British have a good sense of justice, Mr. Enderby.
So who was blackmailing Lord G.B.?
Oh, I know. This dinner party was a trap. In fact, the blackmailer and the killer are right here, right now. Because they are one and the same person.
Do you know who it is, Mr. Enderby?
Oh, yes, Lady Dawkins. I do. Let me read to you this. The first blackmail note sent 2 weeks ago. I know your secret that has been hidden for 35 years. If you do not give me 20,000 pounds at a place and time as I tell you, I will go to the police and you will be ruined forever. Signed, Anderson. Anderson. That is the name the blackmailer used. Signed and the note written in purple ink.
Purple ink.
Yes.
So who is this Anderson?
The blackmailer and the killer.
We know that the Armstrongs are talking about Anderson.
Wait. There is the second blackmailer, which was sent yesterday. Which was why Lord Benton invited me and Jenkins.
That is when you asked Lord Betton to invite people for a dinner party.
Yes, but not anyone. Certain people. People who knew that Lord Benton was Edward Sutton and who believed him to have murdered Mary Wentworth. 4 people.
And what about Hastings and Dr. Rowland?
Ha! Dr. Rowland and Captain Hastings. They were decoys. They were all part of the plan from the beginning. And Lord Benton told them. But there is a fifth person invited. Someone who also knew about the blackmail notes. Who also knew that Lord Benton was Edward Sutton. And knew very well about the Mary Wentworth murder. And also knew that Sutton got away with it. A man who wanted, like Mrs. Armstrong and Lady Dawkins, Mr. Armstrong and Sir Anthony Frank Dawkins wanted justice. Justice that was denied 35 years ago. And that is, no, it could be anyone. It could be anyone. But that is you, Mr. Jenkins, is it not? You killed Lord G.
Me? Oh, that's outrageous, Mr. Enderby. How dare you?
You are Anderson, are you not, Mr. Jenkins? And you put cyanide into Lord Benton's glass before the dose.
This is a fairy tale. I am the former chief of the London police. Why would I need to do any of this? You cannot go about making such harsh accusations, Mr. Enderby. This is not your globe theatre. This is serious. Tell me why. What motive do I have?
I will tell you. 35 years ago, in the year 1911, long before you were a police chief, you were a young inspector. You were investigating the murder of Mary Wentworth and the stolen jewels. You knew Lady Dawkins and Sir Anthony Frank Dawkins, the sister and brother-in-law of Mary Wentworth. You also knew the 10-year-old girl who had lost her mother in a brutal crime, and you knew most of all Edward Sutton. But there was no evidence that you could prove that Sutton had committed the crime.
Of course I had to let him go, Mr. Enderby. There was no proof. You see, that case was the worst moment of my police career.
Then you met Lord G. And you knew at once it was Edward Sutton. You felt guilty about what happened 35 years ago, and you wanted to punish him.
But Mr. Enderby, aren't you forgetting something? There is no proof. It only matters what you can prove, is it not? Why would I have to blackmail or kill Edward Sutton? I am not mad, Mr. Enderby.
Let me continue. You became friends with him, Dr. Rowland and with Captain Hastings. You played golf and tennis together. And then, one day, 3 weeks ago, Lord Benton showed you, Hastings and Rowland, items from his famous jewelry collection. The necklace of Cleopatra, the diamonds of Marie Antoinette, the emerald belt of the Maharaja of Cochin, and then there was something else.
This is nonsense, Mr. Enderby. You read far too many detective fiction books, and all of them have been banned.
There was a ruby ring, the famous flamingo ruby ring that belonged to Mary Wentworth and was stolen by Sutton 35 years ago. You recognized it, and you described it to Lady Dawkins, the only person who would be able to confirm the jewel.
Yes. This ring has the largest Indian ruby in the world. It is the one that Mary had in fact worn on the day he was murdered by the devil Satan. She took it out of her jewel box and showed it to me. Yes, I confirmed the ring, Mr. Jenkins.
And that was your proof. 2 weeks ago, you made a plan with Mrs. Armstrong and Lady Dawkins and with their husbands to deliver justice. That is when you sent the first blackmail letter.
Very good, Mr. Enderby. Brilliant, in fact. But you're still missing something. There is still no proof. It only matters what you can prove, is it not, Mr. Enderby? So where's the proof I did any of this?
Just like Sutton.
Like Sutton, but different. Jenkins, you got a second chance to deliver justice to Sutton. But this time, you were going to make sure that he would not escape the punishment.
Last time he got away.
This time he can never get away. Thank God for Mr. Jenkins, our angel of justice. Thank you, Mr. Jenkins, for giving our family justice. Now, Mommy will rest in peace. Her killer is dead. Thank you, Mr. Jenkins.
Still, all this may be true, or it may not. But it's not about it, is it, Mr. Enderby? It's only about what you can prove. So where's the proof I did any of this, Mr. Enderby? You have your glass with cyanide. You have 2 blackmail notes. That is hardly proof.
Yes, Enderby. You have to have proof.
Do you? Do you remember I said I was having people I suspected follow me? Jenkins, you were followed. Fred, come here.
This butler followed me.
Fred, where did the former police chief Jenkins go this morning?
At 11:55 this morning, Mr. Jenkins left his home and walked to Millbury Chemist Store on 121 Waterloo Street.
I may have needed an aspirin.
But you did not buy aspirin, did you? You bought cyanide.
Perhaps. But where's your proof, Mr. Enderby?
Fred, there is someone waiting in the library. Could you please bring him in?
Right away, sir.
You may be good, Enderby, but you're hardly that good. Who on earth is this?
This is Mr. Thacker. Mr. Thacker, will you please introduce yourself to everyone?
I am Mr. Thomas Thacker. I am a chemist. I own the Millbury Chemist Store on 121 Waterloo Street.
At some time past noon today, did any man come into your store?
Yes.
And could you point him out?
Yes.
How dare you point at me, you old fool?
And how can you be so sure? You must get at least 20 to 30 men entering your store every day.
I am absolutely sure. All customers who come in to buy the dangerous lethal cyanide have to sign a register.
Don't people buy cyanide to kill bees in their garden?
That's a popular way to kill bees. Cyanide is.
But Jenkins does not have a guardian. And he was not going to kill bees. He was going to kill the person.
Oh, what nonsense, Mr. Enderby.
Mr. Thacker, have you brought the register with you?
Yes. Here is the register. Here it is. 3rd October, 1977. A vial of potassium cyanide, 4 milligrams, costing 23 pounds, 12 pence, signed.
And by what name did this man sign?
Anderson in Suffolk.
Anderson, in purple ink, just like the blackmail notes. Here, Jenkins is the proof. God erat demonstratum. It has been proved. Thank you, Mr. Thacker. You have been very significant. Good night.
Good night to you all, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night. Confess it, Jenkins. The time has come to confess your crime. You will be hung for murder. So if you have anything to say, you better say it now, at least.
Mr. Enderby, you're a good detective. But I was an unlucky officer. I tried to serve justice to a 10-year-old daughter, a sister, a family. I failed them. I played the role of a broken man, a man who lost. But I kept my word. 35 years later, I needed to deliver justice to Mary Wentworth. I did kill him. I put cyanide in that rotten man's glass, and may God be my judge, Mr. Enderby, because I did it for justice.
No, sir. You, being a former police chief, took the law into your own hands. You had to plan with these law-abiding people and turn them into associates of your terrible plan. The law, man of the law knows this. You were unlucky once, and unlucky again.
He is the deliverer of justice. He is the deliverer of retribution.
This is madness, all madness.
Oh, shut up, Billy.
Yes, man. Finally, the truth got what you deserve. Such as dead. Thank you, gentlemen, for your valiant effort.
Oh. Not quite so, ladies and gentlemen. Not quite so. I hate to break it to you, but Lord Jimmy is not dead. What? What do you mean? Of course he is dead. He died in front of our eyes.
Your eyes lie, madam.
No, he's dead. He's stone dead.
I am sorry to disappoint, ladies.
Yes, I, as the executor, put something in Jerry's glass before he was opening the bottle of wine and calling for the food. So I switched the glasses. Yes, that's the glass that you put potassium cyanide in. But this is the glass that Jerry drank from. And this has no cyanide.
This is the glass that Lord G.B. drank from, and there is no cyanide in this glass.
What? What? That devil is alive! That devil is alive! I need a drink. Ready, a drinking quickly.
Yes, madam. Here, madam, whiskey.
Fair is foul, and foul is fair.
Lord Benton is not dead, only sleeping.
It can't be. It can't be. That man is dead. I'll have him one day.
Again, Jimmy, relax.
He's sleeping. He's dead.
Fred, call in Inspector Stubbs and his men. They have been waiting.
Right away. Inspector Stubbs, sir.
You are under arrest, Mr. Jenkins.
Well done.
Too bad, Jenkins. Too bad.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. I have made my case.
All right then. Mr. and Mrs. Hawkins, Mr. and Mrs. Armstrong, you may leave now. Good night. Fred, can you get some of this glasses?
Yes, sir, right away.
For the long life of Lord Gerald Benton, long live Lord G.
Long live Lord G.B.
Please.
This is my story. This is my song. This is my Savior. Mounted alone. My wretched valley. My ruby ring. Shorten your bitter. I believe. A devil can put the scripture for his own purpose. An evil soul can produce witness like a villain with a smiling cheek. I could tarry. I could tarry a second time. I could tarry to it. God gave me a second chance. Oh, Mary, wonderful Mary, a pretty Mary, but a foolish Mary. I caught her second time. Freddie, my boy, I'm alive again. I'm alive again.
Yes, my lord, you're very much alive. Who can kill my lord Gerald Benton?
Blackmailer, what did you get? Blackmailer, what did you get? Revenge, and now you are dead. Hung by the neck, hung by the neck. Blackmailer, what did you get? Blackmailer, what did you get?
Play. A play, the annual play of St. Paul, I think which took many of us by surprise because, I was trying to keep on guessing who the actual murderer was. And right at the end, right till the end, I just could not get it. Well, I think, David, you've done a fantastic job. At the outset, well,
First and foremost, I'd like to thank the rector, Mr. Rector, the staff and students for inviting me here as the chief guest at the school's annual play. Well, I feel very honored to be here at St. Paul's and to be amongst y'all and to be here on stage before this fantastic artists and speaking to y'all. Well, actually, I suppose it's customary for the chief guest to address the gathering after the play, after the event, and so I'm here. And I was telling the rector that our schools here, in the hills, right, I noticed this from my school days at Mount Hermon. They have this tradition of producing a play, an annual play every year, which is so admired, so appreciated by everyone. I think this is a tradition that St. Paul's has kept, and the other schools also, like North Point, or Mount Hermon, and Loreto, they've also kept up this tradition. It makes us so happy. I feel very old here because I was a student at Mount Hermon from 1955 to 1962, and then I went to Calcutta Boys School and completed my senior Cambridge there. But then right from those days, we used to see plays not only in our own school, Mount Hermon, but also we used to be invited to North Point, Loreto, St. Paul. And I think this was something that we youngsters would always look forward to. We look forward to attending these annual concerts or plays, attending their sports days, or in Mount Hermon, the sale day. That was a big thing for us always. And we also would be very happy when they used to come to our place, say at Mount Hermon. This tradition has been kept. I'm so proud of all the schools in the hills. Now, regarding the play, when I got the invitation, about this play, when I read, written, directed, by David, I got a surprise, but it was a pleasant surprise. That means I know David for a long time. I didn't know this side of David. And I'm so happy, David, that I was telling the rector that we've been associated for a long time in Rotary, and after we left Rotary, we'd always meet up somewhere, in the town. He'd always accompany his mother, and they would visit the town very regularly. We'd meet up and just say hi and talk, the formalities. That was something that was one side of David I knew. But this side of David, well, it was a big surprise. It was a pleasant surprise. Congratulations, David. I continue to put up such fantastic plays in future also, which I think would be of great benefit not only to the school but also to these young artists. I wouldn't say all young, but then there are some teachers here, for them also. They're so talented and they always have an opportunity to present their talent, what they're worth. I've been to this school on several occasions. I think I know the rector always invited us, or has invited me for these annual plays, but I think this is the second or third time I've been here. for the annual play. And, I've really felt so honored. The first time I'm being invited as a chief guest and to say something. My association with St. Paul's goes back, a long way, especially when I was a young lecturer at Loreto, under Mother Damien. And, sometimes I used to wonder why, Mother Damien was very close to St. Paul's. They are schooled also. Why I'm saying this is because, during our days in the 50s, we had the plus 2 classes, 11 and 12. Plus, of course, we had a 3-year graduation course. So we used to have a student for 5 years. But then the class 11 and 12 students, they were like, school. Over here, St. Paul also, we had the 11 and 12 classes. And Mother Damien, you only have, what to say, monthly, gatherings or get-togethers with St. Paul boys. We used to alternate. 1 month, the boys, the senior boys used to go down to Loreto College, and another month, the Loreto College girls used to come up here. 11 and 12, not the graduates, not the undergraduates. So, that affiliation, that connection, we always had Loreto and St. Paul. And I used to wonder why. Because I remember asking Mother one day, why can't this be done also with St. Joseph's or Mount Hermon? She said, no, it's right, let us stick to one school. And, that was something, that was quite amazing. I don't know, Mother had her own thoughts about this. And, because sometimes we had to accompany the girls here. And, when the boys came down, we had to be there, just a guard or something, so that nothing else untoward happens. So these were days I still recall. And as I said, I've been here, as an invitee to many of the functions over here. And first time I'm giving speaking to the audience. And I feel proud, I feel honored. It's been such a great pleasure for me to be amongst you all. I'd like to congratulate the all artists. I think people have done a fantastic job. And, I always, think, how do, boys fit into a girl's room? Or like in a convent, how do girls fit into a boys' room? I think it's a very difficult thing to do, and people have done it so well. You blend it with the whole concept, with the whole play, and I think that's a big, big achievement. I'd like to also congratulate all the, backstage, I wouldn't call them artists, but, people without whom I don't think any play can be successful. They've slogged it out, they've worked hard, to make this play a success. Hats off to you people also backstage. And I'd like to congratulate the director and the school, the staff and the school, the students also, for putting up this fantastic. Thank you, Eddie.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the play. Girls, boys, I hope you like the play because, we are at the time in the school calendar where we are all busy getting ready to go home and getting ready for the holidays. And, it's in a very tight schedule that we are in. I think tomorrow North Point is putting up a play. Mr. Lafiba is here. Likewise, Mount Hermon has just finished a play.
right? And Loreto was quite early. So at this juncture, to come up with a play is a big challenge. And therefore, I think, first of all, I'd like to thank the God Almighty because, we had a pouring rain last night. We're wondering how our guests would come up to St. Paul's. But then all of you are here. And particularly, I want to thank Mr. Rai for bringing us back, taking us back to your time. And, I think I stand as a midway between your time and the young generation. But Darjeeling, we have 4 or 5 schools, like we have Nepali girls also here. 4 or 5 schools around. We have kept up the tradition of this kind of play. And, sir has rightly pointed out that, how nostalgic it was to have this kind of gathering of the students around and have this kind of, classic play being played. Showcased. And this was a wonderful arena for children to socialize as well. So, Mr. Rai, thank you very much for those kind words and reminding us of the good old days that we will always remember. We have very senior members in the guests who remember this wonderful time that you all had. And we also shared to some extent those memories. So thank you very much, Mr. Rai, for taking the time out and being with us. And our special guests of honor, heads of the schools, because we've always received a good support and cooperation from all of you. The teachers who have come from various schools. And sisters, thank you for coming over. Your presence means a lot to us because we are a family out here. Darjeeling is a small place, and we connect very closely to each other. So this has been a wonderful, evening for all of us to enjoy the pleasure of your company. Students, all of you, thank you very much for taking time out. I know you're very busy, but at the same time, thank you for coming over. And please convey our special thanks on behalf of the staff and students to your heads. Please tell them that, we are so grateful that you're here and we have enjoyed your company this afternoon, leading to the evening. Now, coming to I won't take much time of yours, but I must say a few words concerning this performance of the students and the teachers. First of all, I want all of us to put our hands together for wonderful. Sarah already expressed whatever needed to be said about, but I don't want to gloat about our own people. But Mr. G. Bhattacharya, I want to say something about Sir. Sir has been here for a very, very long period of time. And Sir has just retired. So Sir is here on extension. And Mrs. Bhattacharya will be retiring at the end. So both of them are waiting to leave the school after a very long tenure of service. As I express my gratitude, I must say that Mr. G. Bhattacharya has been directing the play every year. House play. He was the housemaster of Clyde House. Ever since he has taken the baton, he has been, putting up a play for the students. And all these years he's been doing it. And this year, we were all surprised when Clyde House concert came. We have a new housemaster, Mr. David Sisser, and he had him as a character, the main character. And the way he he has been directing the play. We have not seen him act on the stage, but seeing him at it's kind of a swan song, the fag end of his career, to see him perform himself, all those good, the characters that he has all these years created. It's a wonderful thing, and I think Sir deserves a big round of applause. We appreciate your commitment. To the stage, I think commitment to the stage, because every year Sir has put up a play, and to this, not only to the stage, but the theatre culture that we so dearly miss sometimes, And on the other hand, I want to thank Mr. David Sisson, the director and the writer of this great play. I really pray that he writes more of these plays, and then we enjoy this murder mystery like that of Agatha Christie and many others. I'm sure a lot of modern plays are there, but wish you all the best in your career as a writer. But it's been a great honor to have you direct the play, and we really enjoyed it. And all the people who have helped us in putting up this show this afternoon, leading to the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for coming over and being with us. Have a wonderful evening.